Hi, this is Susan with North Shore Plastic Surgery and Med Spa. Today, I'm visiting with one of our patients, June, and June recently had the mini facelift. And I think, June, that was not even a week ago. It was on the 23rd that you had it?
Exactly.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about what brought you to the point where you wanted to get the mini or consider it.
Well, I've been a patient of Dr. Wage's for a number of years, and I guess we always sort of circled back around to this conversation as to what kind of sort of the most non-invasive types of procedures he might be able to offer me at this point. And we've been sort of experimenting, I'll say, with some of those with some very good results, but it sort of came around to thinking about the real facelift, and that was always sort of a daunting idea because of the downtime and the anesthesia and just all of the risks involved with that. So when he started doing these mini facelifts, I became very interested, and fortunately, because of some of your other patients, I was able to see the before and after. He explained very well what his technique was, and just knowing him and having the confidence in his skills, once, and just trusting his judgment that I would be a good candidate for this. And I felt that I would be just after, looking for myself and seeing the types of patients that he had and the types of results. So I, maybe unusual, but I really had no fears once I made that decision to do
Wonderful.
it. I felt very confident. And a week later, this is a very surreal experience for me.
Yeah, so tell me, we're so great the staff gets to see the video that Dr. Wages does when he hands you the mirror and gives you the reveal. Tell me what the reveal experience was like for you.
Well, I did peek a little bit first.
You cheated.
Because I couldn't wait. But, you're almost speechless because you're looking at a picture of yourself as you used to look. And in my mind, that's what I felt like, only hadn't had that experience of looking at myself in that way. So it was very, very emotional, but very surreal at the same time. I had to leave here and go home, and I just looked at myself like, goodness, I can't believe this. And I still am feeling that way about it.
How has it affected you since you've had the procedure?
Well, it's funny because I think people are a little hesitant to say anything to you. But they look and they'll make a comment, gee, did you get your hair fixed or something? So you look good, and so it's kind of been a fun experience for me to see, well, who is actually going to say, who's going to be brave enough to actually say, hey, what's that over here? No one really even noticed any of that. So I probably should have given myself a little bit more downtime, but the next day, I went to work and I did my full schedule and I did all my errands and just kind of went about my business. And that's the mind-boggling thing about, just think of what I actually had done and how I was able to just kind of carry on my life, which was the most important.
The downtime, yeah,
the downtime. That was really a huge factor in my considering it right now, because who can just go and hide for 2 weeks or however long it takes?
Right. Well, and the difference between the mini and the full facelift, and because you've talked to Dr. Wages, there's deep muscle work with the full facelift, and that's a different thing.
Absolutely.
But the mini, the way that he does it, the hidden scar techniques, would you recommend it to people?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And it's all a matter of coming around to when you're ready, and we're all at different places. And as I said, I've sort of been working with him for many years, and I knew that I was, once this came along, this was something for me to seriously consider, and I have no reservations about it.
Well, you look phenomenal.
Well, thank you. I feel good.
Yeah.
It really does kind of energize you a lot, and the outside kind of matches the inside.
Isn't that true? Because I think there is something about that, how we feel about ourselves and how we look, that's all connected. Absolutely.
And I know for me that's an important piece. Just giving you some confidence and just putting your best face forward in the world is what it's all about.
It is. Well, we thank you so much, June, for giving us some time and sharing your experience, because I think there are others out there that have questions about the mini facelift, and if they are, candidacy is a concern, and I'm glad that you pointed that out, and you were a perfect candidate, and you look beautiful.
Thank you. You're very, very sweet.
All right, well, call us if you have any questions about the mini. We're here, and June is one of our favorites.